Hello fellow detectorists, yes I'm back out again. I'm back out again on permission number 2. Going to give it a go up here. As you can see, the crop is starting to come up now. There's a couple of fields here that have definitely been seeded and the crop is coming up. There's one field which I'm not quite sure what's going on. Half of it's been what looks like seeded, but there's nothing coming up, and the other half is still sort of got a cultivated look about it. It's not very smooth, but it's not quite ploughed, if you know what I mean. It's a bit more than ploughed. Anyway, today, it's my usual Saturday, it's the 26th of October. The clocks go back an hour tonight. We're going to give it a go up here, see what we find. As usual, or not as usual, but as I do sometimes, you will get some clips at the beginning of this video of when I was up here last. And I did come up here, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it was, and I had a couple of nice finds. So I'm going to add that on to the beginning of this video and let you see those. And I'll get on with it today and we'll see what we get here today. Bye for now. Here we go folks, we've got our first find and I'm not quite sure what this is. It looks like a hammered coin, but it's bowl shaped, severely bowl shaped, not slightly. It's smooth on that side. I'm getting the feeling that this might just be the end off of something, but I think it's silver. I think it's definitely silver. Can't quite get I'm not sure whether there's anything on it or not. Anyway, that's interesting. That's our first find anyway. And I am getting signals. This Nero program is working, but to an extent, I would expect it to, because we've had quite a bit of rain, like most people, in the last 2 or 3 days, or longer. And it's compared to last weekend where everything was dry, it's softened right up. So that gave me a good signal. And I'm pretty sure it's silver. Anyway, let's carry on. Here we go folks, we've got our next find and it is a coin. And there we go, we can see a bust on there. That is King George II, which is lovely. I don't think I've had one of these for a while. Used to get a lot of these on permission number 1. Of course I'm on permission number 2. But I've not had many here. But that's a King George II, around about the 1730s, 1740s possibly. So that's lovely. On the back should be Britannia. Can't see it on the back as clear as the front. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Let's carry on. Bye for now. Here we go, folks. Our next find is not much, but I thought might be worth showing it. It looks like some kind of rivet. It's interesting. It looks very old. There's even some material still stuck in here. So it might have been some kind of leather. Some kind of leather fixing rivet. I don't know. But it looked quite old, so I thought I'd show it. Anyway, we'll see what the next one is. Here we go, folks. We've got our next find, and it's looking quite nice. I think I've gone and done it again. Found a cut half. Like I say, I was lucky last weekend to get two cut halves and a cut quarter. And you see it in the clod there, look. But is it a cut half or another cut quarter? I should be able to get this one out a bit easier. There we go, lovely. You can see the impression in the dirt there. Brilliant. And it looks, it's a voided long cross, like the first one I found last weekend. This is another voided long cross, and as you can see there, look, lovely. Isn't that nice? Now this will be around about Henry III again, roughly. And there you go, you can see him on there. Now we've got the crown at the top. Up here you can just see his nose and his right eye. See the locks or the hair on the left there, bottom of his nose and bottom of his chin, and just here would be his right hand. It should be, yeah, look, there you go, you can see it now. Best way to hold it. Just there is his hand, and going all the way up his staff up to about there. Lovely. Brilliant. Now I was going to say cut half, but I think this is naturally broken. It doesn't look like a straight cut to me. I mean, normally they're straighter than that. Is it just a coincidence and it's happened to have broken the coin in half over time, or is that the best they could do at the time to cut it in half? I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. Brilliant. Let's see what the next one is. Now then folks, I've got quite a good signal here. It's giving me about 72 to 74. I'm about 20 feet away from that last hammered coin. I thought I would risk doing a live dig. And we'll see what this is. It's probably nothing. But we'll give it a go. It sounds like it's in that clod. It might just be a bit of rubbish, but we'll have a look. Oh, I can see it, I think. It's just, as always, some people a while back asked me, why don't I do live digs? That's why. I have been lucky in the past, but that is just a centre to a shotgun cartridge cap. But the next good signal I get, I'll have another go. Anyway, yeah, it's definitely what that was. Anyway, let's carry on. We'll see what the next target is. Here we go, folks. Our next find is a bullet. I think it's a 303 bullet. Of course, that gave me a good signal. Anyway, let's carry on. Bye for now. Here we go, folks. I've done it again. I've got, you can see where it's come from, just there, and I've got another cut half. Now, is this coincidence, or is it the fact I'm using this Nero program. It's another voided long cross. This time it does look like it's been cut straight down the line. This time on the other side we can just make out an eye there, bottom of the nose, the mouth and the beard around the bottom of the chin. And I would say again that it's probably around Henry III, around about that sort of time period. Look at that, the detail on there, it's lovely. That's the second one. I think it's a... Is it a voided long cross or is it a voided short cross? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a voided long cross. I can just make out the centre of the voided cross coming past the inner boundary there. I'm pretty sure this is a voided long cross. If it was a short cross one, then that would probably be Henry II, but I'm pretty sure this is a Henry III. Anyway, let's carry on. Lovely. Now, I think it's worth saying, with the way that I've got the Nero program set up, if you saw my settings at the end of the last video, I've dropped the iron tone. This is compared to Gary Blackwell's settings, because it is a bit different. You probably spotted that already if you've looked. The iron tone I've dropped right down to 150, I think. 150 or 160, something like that, because I like the iron tone to be a real deep sound to it, because it's usually around about 200, I think, 220 or 212, something like that. The high tone, because it's only two tones, the high tone normally, I think, I'm not sure what the standard tone is for the high tone, but I've raised it up to 981. Gary Blackwell always raises his to 881, I believe, but I've put it up a bit more than that because I really like it to shriek out when it finds a nice tone, a nice signal, a nice find. So I've raised up mine up to 981. So that's the low tone is 150 or 160, and the high tone is 981. But although this gave me a really nice sounding tone, it only registers about 46 on the display. And I'm noticing this with some of these hammered coins, is they're not giving me very high numbers. So whether that's with my XP Orcs, hammers always used to come around the late 60s, early 70s. But this WS6 Master setup, they're lower numbers. Now I don't know whether that's something to do with the internal settings of the program, the general program, which is what the Nero program is based on, but I just thought that's worth pointing that out, because last weekend, and now this weekend I'm getting cut halves, and I don't think I ever did before. Anyway, we'll carry on. Right then folks, live dig time again. I'll try it. You can probably hear that quite easily, I should imagine. I've got the mic fairly near my headphones, and it's giving me about 70-71. Now again, it's probably a bit of trash, a bit of rubbish, but we won't know until we get it out. Well, it's out. What's it going to be? Probably a bottle top. Let's see. It looks like a button at the moment. Yep, pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. It's quite a big button, so I'm not surprised. It gave me that signal. But it's your normal tomback. Still got the shank on, as they usually are. It's bent over flat. Probably see it there. Still a carry on. Still a find. One of my live digs will find something nice soon, I hope. Anyway, bye for now. Now then folks, we've got another one. We're going to try another live dig. Now obviously I think you can, safe to say that you can hear that. It's given me 60 on the display, but we'll see what this is. No doubt it'll be another shotgun cartridge cap center or something like that, or button, because this one is quite obvious. In actual fact, it's so obvious because I can see it. And it is. I was just about to dig that, but it's a 4-hole button. I didn't see that straight away, but just as I was about to dig it, I could see it poking up sideways. Anyway, we'll carry on. I will get a nice one sooner or later, I hope. Bye for now. Here we go folks, next find. It's only a button, nothing amazing. It's a tomback button. I would say it's not a huge one, I would say it's sort of a medium sized one. But I just wanted to say that was down there in that hole, somewhere between 10 and 11 inches. It was going down and down and down. It's a really wispy signal. Only gave me about 49, 50, sort of about 48, 49, something like that on the display, and it's really quiet signal. And I thought, oh, could that be a hammered coin? So I dug it, but no, it was this button. But it's at least 10 or 11 inches deep, that hole. So I just thought I'd point that out if anybody's wondering about depth on this Nero program, which is basically the general program but with a few tone changes. It got that okay. Still, we'll carry on. Here we go, folks, we've got another find, and it's another coin. This time I think it's a King George III. Just see a bust on there. On the back is Britannia. Can't quite see a date. That's 17 something, I'm not sure. Anyway, you can see Britannia. You can just see the bust on there as well. Lovely. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm slowly heading back towards my car, but we will see what finds we get on the way. Still got a little way to go yet. Anyway, bye for now. Hey folks, we got our first find, and it looks interesting. I've still got the dirt on it. It's come from just down here. Let's see what this is. It looks at the moment like a finger ring. Can you see that in the dirt there? Albeit broken, but I think that could be it might even be silver. Yeah, I think, now had that been bent round to here, I think that would have been a finger ring. It's roughly the right size. I'm going to give it a bit of a clean up. I've only just wiped the dirt off it, as you've just seen, but I'm just going to give that a bit of water and just give it a wipe. That looks like that might even be silver to me, but I'll see. I'll be back in a moment. Yes, here we go, folks. Look, I think this is silver. It's actually silver plated, because right on the bend, hiding under the dirt, you can see where some of the silver is coming off. So that, I'm pretty sure, is a silver plated finger ring. That's not bad for a first find. Anyway, let's carry on. Bye for now. Here we go, folks. We just had our next find here, and it's an interesting one because it is just what I think is possibly a George III halfpenny, something like that. It's quite thin. Could be a George II halfpenny, very badly worn. Can't really see much on it. I thought I could at first, but I'm not sure. Anyway, what I was going to say was that was really deep. It must be 10 inches or more down. I had a really wispy, faint signal, but it was giving me about 87 on the display. And I thought, well, it's got to be something. It's giving me such a strong reading, but quite a really faint sounding signal. So I dug it anyway, of course. And it was a long way down. It's 10 inches or more, if not 11 or 12. And it was that. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll carry on. Here we go, folks. Our next find is just a little half buckle. Don't get many buckles, so I thought I'd show that. Just a little half one. Can't see. No, there's no broken areas. I think this was just a little half one. Anyway, we'll see what the next one is. Bye for now. Here we go, folks. Just had another signal here, and it was a very wispy one yet again. And it only gave me, I think it was about 46, something like that, but I decided to dig it. And I saw that in the clod. Yes, it looks like we've got another cut half hammered. Lovely. Brilliant. It's avoided long cross. Cut straight down the middle, as you can see. Look at that, brilliant. So that's around about Henry III again, and this time we've got the bottom half of the face. You can just see the hand there holding onto the staff, which is going up there, and you can see the beard, a very slight amount of the locks of hair down the side, and you can see his mouth and the bottom part of his nose right on the edge. This side's a bit either misstruck or badly worn. I should imagine it was misstruck. But you can see three ones there. I don't know if that denotes Henry III or not. I'm not sure on that. But yes, lovely. Brilliant. Another cut half. Anyway, let's carry on. Again, that was a wispy, really wispy signal, so I'm going to start digging more of these lower numbered wispy signals. Bye for now. Here we go, folks. I just had a find here, and it's that. Now I want to say it looks like part of a crotal bell, but I don't know. It's got this strange sort of shape to it round the middle here, and a sort of a almost like a flat area. I'm not sure on that. Is that actually a shaped opening in it there, which a crotal bell wouldn't have, of course. It wouldn't have a big hole like this because the ball inside would fall out. So this is something different, but I don't know what it is. But if you recognise that as being part of something, please let me know. But it's got a big, what would have had a big hole in it here. So anyway, let's carry on. Bye for now. Now then, folks, I've got a good one for you here. I found 2 or 3 of these over the years on permission number 1, and I've now found one here on permission number 2. It's this. Now this has been hand wound wire round another piece of wire all the way around into quite a small loop, and it's got this loop at the top here. Now I think that's I think that's quite old. I have found similar ones to these where the wire at one end has been purposefully flattened. Now I don't think this is anything modern-ish that's electrical or anything like that. This is very crudely wound round on here, and I think this loop on the top has been put here on purpose, probably to, somebody might have had this as a, I don't know, a very rough jewellery. It's almost the kind of thing that children might make. But if you know what it is, please let me know. Like I say, I found 2 or 3 of these before on permission number 1, but it's the first time I found one here on permission number 2. Anyway, let's carry on. Here we go, folks, we've got another find, and it's another coin. And this time, I think it's a George III farthing. You can just see a bust on there. Yeah, Britannia on the back. I'm not sure if it's a date at the bottom there or not. I don't think it is on the farthings. I think it was just a pattern of some kind. But I think that's a George III farthing. Anyway, let's carry on. We'll see what the next one is. Here we go, folks. I think I've found another very crude finger ring. I don't think it's a collar that would go on a pipe, because this area up the top here looks thicker and quite worn, like it might have been on a finger for quite a while, if you know what I mean. It's also got this groove in it just there. So what's this bit just here? Almost looks like a bit of glass, which happens to be right where that thick bit is. I don't know. I say, I mean, it could be a piece of metal or material that went around a cane or something like that, but it's worn on the inside. Anyway, we'll carry on. Bye for now. Here we go, folks. I just had a little something down here. You can see where it's come from. And it's this. It's not much, but it's got some decoration on it. I don't know what this would have been. Very, very thin. But down here, right around the edge, you can see that it's got some sort of flower design. I don't know what that would have been. Might have been some kind of belt decoration, because these look like what's left of rivets, I suppose, that have been hammered flat, so I should imagine that was some kind of belt decoration, possibly. Anyway, we'll carry on. Bye for now. Here we go, folks, we've got another find, and it's another coin. This time it's a George the 6th. Nice patina on that one. Britannia on the back, and I think that says 1946. Lovely. Right, let's see what the next one is.